Welcome to another Eternal Draft video. We're going to keep on delving into the new format update for Behemoths of Thera. It looks like they announced the next new set, which I'm super excited about, is going to be released in the fall sometime, so I can't wait to hear more details about that. And as always, remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. Let's get right into it. Okay, what do we got here? Topemite Munitions, Rivets Wrench, Xenon Tome, Vanquish. Well, the wrench is pretty good, and I think you guys know how much I like that card. Oh, sorry about that. Give me 1 second. There we go. To the sack. Oh, no, I did not mean to do that. I meant to right-click it to expand it. Okay, we are starting off strong today. So we get another shot at Rivets Wrench. That's really depressing. That probably would have been my pick out of that pack as well. Now, Fissure's a really strong board wipe. Endangered Kieran, another really strong card, but we're just going to take the Rivets Wrench and unfortunately just have a wasted pack one, pick one. I mean, if we get a bunch of Grumbos, that card can do something, but outside of that, that's pretty rough here. But yeah, I like taking the wrench here. The card's just so stupid. Right into another strong Justice uncommon in the Griffin Rider Marshall. Now, that's probably going to be the card. Like, what else here would push us off that? Like, nothing? Yeah, nothing's even, like, remotely close. Insatiable Bug? Are we just going to be Compray again? We also have a Through the Unknown, which is just always impresses me. Combray Healer is good, but I would rather have Insatiable Bug here. Yeah, I mean, we aren't just going to pack up strong cards like this. Pass up strong cards like this. A Seek Power, Stone Skin, or Black Book's Enforcer, which I really like. And it keeps us Justice, which I'm fine with. We can just have mono uncommons, apparently. Wow, so this is actually pretty tough here. Grumbo's Platoon's always great. Happy Harvester is good. And Saddle Up's a really good combat trick, although 3 is somewhat expensive. I think we just take Grumbo here. Dune Wave is really the only option here. We're pretty far from Treachery. And it's not a card that I'm really interested unless you have some frenzy synergies going on. So we'll pick up a Dune Wave. So we got plenty of 3 drops to pick up in the next 2 packs. So I think I'll take a Desertion, even though it's like pretty mediocre. Nothing here I'm interested in. Maybe we somehow end up Fire. Yeah, all of this is garbage. Maybe that makes the market, so we'll put some of those weaker cards out. We'll pull some of them out, I mean. So, Blurwing Raider. I love that card so much. This rare is nonsense. Mounted Archer is good, but not that amazing. It's either that or Slinking Roach here. I mean, this is still early. It's not like we're tied to either, but ideally we want to try to be Justice given the start. But Slinking Roach has just been overperforming. I know that seems odd, but it's always going to make the deck. 2 drops are important. Maybe I'm just like insane. But the amount of times this is just a difficult to cast because of the influence 3-2. I mean, I guess that's still pretty strong. A second Blurwing Raider. Okay. Brutal. We have an Extinguish here, which is interesting, and also a Midnight Reprieve, which is very good for splashing. Also a beautiful premium here. God, we could have had double Wrench this draft. We also could have had double Blurwing Raider. Is there a world we move off of Time and we have Fire or Primal as our secondary? I could imagine a world where we do that. It's just really awkward because the draft has not set us up to go that route. I think I'm actually going to take Midnight Reprieve. It's a decent amount worse than Extinguish or Blurwing Raider, but it lets us still see if the direction we're going works, and it sets us up to splash for a later strong card, such as one of these. Heirloom Blade, Steely Scavengers, really strong fire card. Bone Picker, really good 2-drop, but I don't see a way we aren't taking Heirloom Blade. Just stick with all the Justice uncommons. That being said, this one is not strong, so we will not be picking it up. Myrmidon Helm or a Swift Subverter. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure like my drafting biases are creeping in here, but it's hard to not pick up that card. Thick Hide, another strong card. Gleaming Crawler or Attending the Hive. You can always find Attending the Hive, and Crawler has also been really impressive to me. Justice is just wide open between both of these packs, so that's a huge pickup for us. At this point, we would really like to be Combray, so I wouldn't mind just taking the Ignite here, but Myrmidon Drone's a passable 2-drop, and we do want 2s. So we'll stick with it. Okay, Wormstone here, I'll take that. We definitely need spells here. Okay, none of that's for us. Gnarled Ant, Rift Crystal. So we have several 4s. I actually don't mind taking a Rift Crystal for some potential splash. Last pick? How does this card go last pick? This should go into any deck that can play it, period. Like, anybody should pick up that card. Okay, I'll take that. Now, we're gonna have a really difficult decision for me here. Now, Lucky Break is pretty solid removal. I'll bet it is situational. But Ballista Marksman just almost always reads the board stalled. If the board is stalled, you win the game. And I think that's going to be the card I pick here. I just can't pass up such a strong 3-drop, even over removal when we're lacking removal. Especially when we're likely to get into board stalls playing a deck like this. We're going to take it. And we're just going to be continued to pass really strong Justice uncommons here. I mean, we'll just take Elite Myrmidon over another Mounted Archer. The 4/4 Lifesteal. Oh wait, there was a... See, I got on a roll. You actually really need to be careful of that. You just enter this zone state while drafting. There was a Beekeeper in there, which probably isn't as good as the Myrmidon. The lifesteal is just so important to get you back in the game, but that I need to be careful of that. Okay, Gleaming Crawler, a couple strong 3-drops here. I would prefer Warren Tactician over Colony Steward. I think we can do better than a Myrmidon Drone. A third, this could have been a third Blurwing Raider. And even Mental Image are both cards we can't splash. So we'll take an Amber Acolyte. That probably won't make the deck. Okay, Strength of the Many. We do need some spells here. And even though I love me a Slinking Roach, we're doing okay in that regard. But we'll just keep taking the cards that will for sure make the deck. Okay, another Midnight Reprieve. God, so we just want to open a bomb in the next pack. Like, our influence is actually pretty damn strong right now. All of this is garbage. Okay, come on, bomb. Okay, Grumbo Total Legend is a really strong one here. We just slam Grumbo here. Card can get out of control. What is... Just every Justice uncommon is open. Aerial Deployment or Forensic Analyst. We have all of these attachments that can go to Void. But man, I've won so many games with this card. My win rate's probably like 90% in games where I've cast this card. And I might even be lowballing it. But Analyst is just too good for this deck. It's also just a lot of times an auto win card. Praxis Duster, I mean, just another fantastic card over a Stone Skin. Yeah, I just can't say no to these really strong units. Like, this might just make the deck as some form of interaction. We could also pick up a Bust Out here and splash that. It'd be a pretty low impact splash. We have double Midnight Reprieve, Rift Crystal, Strategist. Yeah, fine with that. Okay, realistically, none of this is making the deck. We'll take... I mean, we have a lot of units, so Reveler is somewhat interesting, but we'll just take an uncommon for the Shift Stone. We could take an Arrest at this point, sure. Mediocre interaction. Nevermore is another card we could splash, but just take Suspicion here. Bren's Insight. I'll play Bren's Insight. Okay. Really late. Like, why is there a Seek Power going this late? We do have some amount of early units, a bunch of 3s, as is usual, and hopefully we're able to end the game with like Griffin Rider Marshal and Ballista Marksman, in addition to Forensic Analyst transforming. We got a Wormstone here, Rivet's Wrench for the end game. Okay interaction. Fairly low curve, but the Seek Power plus 16 sigils should be plenty. And then some mediocre, I will say mediocre interaction. But yeah, I think 16 is plenty for a deck that is, you know, we only need to get to the 5th sigil in a given game here. We take out a Time Sigil and we add in a Shadow Sigil. That then allows us to have 5 different ways to get the Shadow Sigil. And if we need to get time, we still have essentially 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything can grab the time influence as well. And we really need to make sure we hit Justice. Okay. Wow, I think this has some game to it. I'm excited for this one. Okay, game 1. What a strange hand. I think it's a keep. We actually have a bunch of cheap spells, and we have enough influence fixing via the Rift Crystal. Ooh, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, no decisions here. Player 1 draw. Rift Crystal will probably just go for Justice, or time. Yeah. Hopefully we hit a Sigil here.
Choose your side.
Oh, never didn't have it. Elite Myrmidon would be good. Since we don't need to launch straight into... I'd rather add to the board. We don't need to get the Sigil. I'd rather have him waste his Pump Spell or Removal on the 0-4. Sure. That still came as a cost, so I'm not that upset by it. think at this point we might need to just run
Safe
out the
travels,
Acolyte, Shadow Sigil, and get a draw. And we can pass. Well, what Strongbow does kill that, I did not see that there. And it's got Aegis. Okay. Damn. Actually, that's going to be tough. We'll pass. We have Praxis Duster up. Let's see what interaction our opponent has. Ooh, nothing? Okay, that's amazing for us. We basically just 2-for-1'd our opponent there and added to the board. Okay, I mean, now we're in a great spot, so I kind of just like Rivet's Wrench into Gleaming Crawler. And now we're going to be able to start pulling out ahead with our Rivet's Wrench.
Take it down.
Okay, Sigil. Good, good. Okay, that 5-2 is going to hurt. Nothing blocks anything particularly well here. Yeah, I don't think we need to go for Rivet's Wrench just yet. We got a big boy, play the Myrmidon Drone, and now our board's just way stronger than our opponent. We have removal, unconditional removal in hand. Okay, we do need to be careful of that. Okay. Let's use this. Watch the Sigil. If we attack with the Elite Myrmidon and the 2-2, yeah, it's not great for us. Let's just, we have no reason to overextend here. Sure. Okay, we'll use this. Switch Tunnel Blockade, hopefully get a weapon. Not a weapon. We'll play Arcanum Orb. Analysis, Analyst, and that. Okay.
Veal, take it down.
Maybe we do just attack? I really would like... Ugh. Really good thing for him to hit. I've never before felt like I was winning so much but actually losing until this game. Which sounds odd, but I guess we put the 1-4 in harm's way. Although the lifesteal could be very important for us. So that does force him to 2-for-1 himself. Sure. Okay. This is a really awkward game. I guess Dune Wave is just fine to tuck back the flyers. Yeah, let's go for it.
This is an outrage!
Good one. Okay, so block, block, trade. We're getting close to the danger zone. He still doesn't have great attacks, even if we gain 7 here. And it's 7 armor. Ooh. Yeah, more removal. Okay, now we just start decimating his board. That's a sick combo. Oh my god.
Search and rescue.
Gain another armor. That was brutal. Okay. Now I'll use Rivet's Wrench, pitch Midnight Reprieve. Nice, we got 8 health, a 6-4. Let's go! See, I really did think we had enough late game locked in. We just needed to survive. Like, why even risk racing our opponent at that point? Now you see why Rivet's Wrench is so busted. Oh my god, 5,000 years later. Nice hand. It is kind of upsetting to see they adjusted the format and there's still like... I mean, the most, I will say, in fairness, like the most... What do I lead off with here? Probably just Double Justice. Might punish us. What was I saying?
Stay on the path.
They adjusted the format and there's still like nobody playing. I think we can be greedy enough to keep the Grumbo's platoon and take the 2 damage here. Even if the adjustment to the format was like the most no effort change they could have possibly done. Okay, that was our worry about doing Justice when we have mostly Justice cards in the deck. We don't want to lay him out because probably will die to removal immediately since he's a really strong unit of ours. 2 power cards? No, a strong 3-drop and a good 4. Okay. Let's play this. Play... Guess I would just have the Vein Parasite be a 3-1 at this point. But that also works for Griffin Rider, making it a 4-4. Or we can make that a 1-1. Interesting. I really don't know what to do here.
Happy to help.
That's super greedy, but I think making that a 4-4 flyer is probably the best thing we could do. Although I get immediately punished here. Yeah, we got super punished. And our 1-3 died anyways. Brutal. Okay.
No loitering.
Depending what else our opponent has, we could still have some hope here, but we definitely need some good draws and for our opponent to kind of run out of some steam, which is not likely. They still got 4 cards in hand. I cannot speak. And all the power and influence they need. Interesting. Okay, I am down to just play something good, and that's very frightening. They might have game here somehow. Oh, 5 damage to face. Jesus. Yeah, nothing we could do can give us Aegis or anything. So would that have made a difference that one turn? Yes, because I would have had the 4/4 block his 4/4. Wow. Okay, so that... I made the greedy play there, and that did cost us the game, because we would have had 4 additional health there. I mean, kind of unlucky he had the... out muscle. It gave Twilight Lantern Overwhelm, and it has Unleash to duplicate itself to give it the double damage as well. So he did have a pretty specific card to do that, but that doesn't change the fact that we misplayed there. So we're 1-1, unfortunately a little early here, but I really think this deck is good for 5+ wins, so I'm not hugely worried. Ignite. Attack. No block. Good boy. Pass the turn. Oh, nice. Okay. Those are some nice hits.
I don't know what to do.
Okay, just to get, yeah, Aegis here. Sure. I think we can just race this. We play 2 of these. They can't block. Well,
Happy to help.
at least the 1/4 can block his Griffin. Pretty good. This 4/3 does have an attack. But stronger. Interesting. Oh, just to give him another Aegis. Sure. Both. Okay, let's use a rest on this guy. Oh, yes. We'll keep that. Unfortunate, the Aegis is going to stop that one, but it's fine. It's still, I'm not going to not add to the board there. And we don't have too many ways of popping Aegis, so I'd rather just play a 3/2 to the board than play Gleaming Crawler. And now we still have a combat trick, a unit in hand, kind of like 2 units in hand. Opponent's got lots of power right now, though. I like how this card was in Unleash, which I did draft a lot. I'm pretty sure this is my first time playing this card. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I'm fine trading there, actually. It's really annoying how it keeps on trying to use the ability. It was a very aggressive play from our opponent. So now we just want to untap with Strength of the Many up on our lifesteal guy, and basically any point they try to kill it with damage, or even if they just block and we use Strength of the Many, that should end this game in pretty short order. So we're just going to attack with everything. 6. Okay, not quite lethally yet. Now we can play... I guess Tunnel Blockade can attack through easier. Like, it's 2 attackers, it would require him 2 blockers to block both, and it helps Strength of the Many be even stronger. I think that's just about game. I'm not really sure what our opponent could have. Now on any unblocked thing we get 5. Okay, that's sketchy though. They left out lots of power. Okay, well, play Gleaming Crawler. Attack everything. What could he have here? A Nevermore, a Lightning Strike. I mean, that's just game. Okay, so he's gonna stun them. Yep, that's still game. Nice. Wow, he had a nice little aggressive start there. GG. That was like mostly Justice cards, minus the bug. Okay, we are 2-1 currently. Keep on getting weird 1 influence hands here. Okay, really don't like that, especially because we're missing one of our main influence. But we also need double justice, so we are on the draw though, so it is likely that we'll hit another influence that we need. We want time or justice sigil, and we're actually happy with either. Yep, so use that, and we get time. Okay.
Enjoy your stay.
Xenon has been a scary combination thus far in the format. No 3-drop. I ain't complaining. Yeah, we'll start off with Big Boy. Too bad we didn't actually have a 2-drop that could attack with it this turn. Okay, they missed their power. So if I just attack with him, they could all block. It doesn't really do much. So we'll just play Tunnel Blockade here.
For Steel Barn.
If they all blocked, we could use Arrest and like kill the bat, but that's like pretty mediocre. It looked like they had a pause there, so not 100% sure what they could have. We will attack here. Sure. We're still just trading 1 for 1. I should have played Ballista Marksman. That was just a misplay on my part. That was bad. Okay. Thought that might be what they had. If they're doing that, they're They're in a lot of trouble here.
Enjoy your stay.
Okay, attack again. And then we'll use the advantage to play Emerald Beetle instead, hopefully giving us another advantage. And adding to our board at the same time. Man, if we could just hit a Sigil. Actually, we might not even want to play Wormstone yet. We just want to keep adding to the board. Damn, they're still stuck on 3. Actually, I can't even really say that. That's no excuse. We are also stuck on 3. So they have something interesting here. I mean, there's just no reason not to just attack with everything. Okay.
Take careful aim.
Very confused here. Even if they have it. Okay. I guess we take that. Okay, we are 3-1. The most normal hand we've had all draft. No, not really. But it seems like we've been having some weird ones. So I actually think we are just going to go for the shadow here.
Stay on the path.
So this changes the plan a bit. We'll play Grumbo first. And if he goes Sigil, another good 2-drop into Ignite, we're in trouble. You discard a unit or sight of your choice. Okay, they're going to take... Well, I mean, Black Book and Ballista Marksman are both very strong, but yeah, makes sense. Okay, we take 2 here. Could not care less. So this is our second words. Actually, we should just do both here. We could Slinking Roach. We don't need the Sigil from Amber Acolyte yet, so we'd rather just grow Grumbo.
Choose your battles wisely.
And now we can just attack back for 3. Can't really race us with just a Twilight Lantern when we just added a 2/3 in 0/4 and gained 2 life. This is going to be pretty hard for an aggressive deck to beat unless they have removal for Grumbo right now. And we're going to be able to Black Book, making our 0/4 into a 4/4. Yeah, I'm feeling very good about this. Okay, they did have the interaction there, which is good for them. But like I said, we're going to go straight into the game plan that I mentioned. I mean, there's no way I imagine they block here.
This is an outrage!
Okay. So they kill our 4/4, but they still just paid 5 to do that. Attack for 6. And now we can play
Safe
Amber
travels, friend.
Acolyte. Get the time sigil. Yeah, screw it. So I'll just get everything we need here.
Slay, skin, set.
Now we can play 3 Grumbos. Ooh, Heirloom Blade.
Of course it's safe.
Let's attack like this. Our opponent can double block a few things, but interesting. Nice. Okay. It's a good block. We could think about just Strength of the Many to decimate his board. Yeah. Oh, they have interaction here. I can play Emerald Beetle. And now our opponent's gonna need to do something pretty crazy here. Party Crasher doesn't do it. They need like removal. I mean, Party Crasher plus an Ignite could do it. Not really sure what they're doing here. Sick. How about 4 Grumbos? He needs to play... he would need to play too many units for us not to have lethal next turn. We are 4-1 currently, cruising right along with this fantastic deck. I think we're gonna do similar to what we've been doing, and I'm just gonna Midnight Reprieve for the second Justice influence. We are 4-1, and like I said, this is definitely a 5+ win deck. Just shame that we had
Choose your
that
battles wisely.
loss when we did. Another fire deck, huh? We have been seeing a lot of Skycrag.
Take it down.
Do we need to play Wrench yet? And the reason I say that's if they happen to have like a delivery for the market or a Gorilla commando, the 3/1 Unleash that kills an attachment, we aren't going to use this for several turns, so we're just putting it in harm's way for nothing. So we'll lead off with Insatiable Bug here. Rather have that die to removal than the Elite Myrmidon. Okay, 3 factions, so we're in for a tough game here, assumedly.
Take us in closer.
Sure. Unfortunate, because that... I think same game plan. We lead with Bug. I'd rather have Bug die to removal than Grumbo, and the Bug blocks. We won't block just yet. Life's a resource, and the bug can block anything, including that stupid thing. So we have lots of different options here, but we definitely can't get too fancy, seeing as he's pressuring us with all of these flyers. So I'm going to play Grumbo here, and then we'll pass the turn. We either have a combat trick if he has some burn, or we have Bren's Insight if they don't do anything. Okay. Yep. Fortunately, we have to let that happen. We have to shuffle all their strong spells back into their deck. Okay, I guess it's just an advantage and dangerous gambit. Jesus. Okay, so we are in trouble. Too bad they had, like, the one interaction spell we couldn't deal with. It's just +1/+1. Yo, they just had the perfect... Okay, that's a little tilting. They just had, like, the perfect section, the perfect type of interaction to get rid of all of our stuff. We'll take the Duster here, even though we can't play it yet, and then hopefully get another Sigil. Nope. Okay. Okay, Seek Power. This. I don't think we're going to be able to get the Myrmidon going quick enough. I mean, hopefully we exhausted. Damn, man. This format definitely... A lot of the games play out assertive like this, but if the game does stall out, you do end up being in trouble. You're gonna ignite plus... Okay, no. Okay, so... I need to gain the life here, so I will attack. 2, 3, 7. It's probably still too late.
For Steelvaren!
So we could play this for 2 and kill the 4/2. Not sure what they could have here, but... We just need to set up one turn where we can attack with our 4/4 life steal. But there's, you know, a ton of ways we could die even from this position here. Thank God. Okay. So, if we do attack with both, we almost outpace him here. +2/+2 will make that a 3/4, killing it. Nice. Okay, we basically turn Strength of the Many into removal. And now we're like almost on the way back here. Kill his Strongbow. We are letting him draw 2, which is a concern. Woo! Okay, so you're telling me there's hope. That was a really good turn for us. I'm kind of surprised he blocked with his Ravenous Bat there, considering the downside if we did have something, which obviously we did, but he's just racing us, letting us get in 1 damage when we were only at 6 at the time. He had a 3/3 uncontested flyer. Probably shouldn't have blocked in that scenario. Basically, you have to think in those scenarios the race math to it. You're trading your potentially 3 damage for our 1, and he has way more health than we do right now. Damn, they're still stuck on 4. Okay, we might have... Oof, he's gonna double Thunder Pop to kill it, or Thunder Pop plus Ignite. Oh. It's a good one. It's super not efficient. We take an extra 2. I think we do it, though. Our life total's so low. Like, why even mess around with it? We could have been a little, like, a little less conservative, but why? This is kind of awkward. Yeah, I mean, I guess what we want to do is Praxis Duster. Okay, we'll just go for it. Even if he has Deuce's Wild, Out Muscle, a burn spell, like, we're still 2 for 1ing our opponent in that scenario.
With me, charge!
Hey, the card I said we should wait on Rivet's Wrench because of. Okay, we can Black Book this. Attack for 3. Do we still have an attack with a 4/4? He can use this to sack him, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 health in the way. Yeah, that's fine.
Take careful aim.
So has 3 cards in hand, all the influence he could want. What do we want here? Bust Out would be fantastic. Tending the Hive would be fantastic. Really? We take 1 going to 6. We just need to preserve our life total. Okay, I am gonna get greedy here. Well, is there a need to? Party Crasher is still a thing. No, there's just no need to. Play the Relic Weapon on us because it gives us +2 health, essentially. Now you have 2 blockers to play around Party Crasher. Now we're out of range of Soul's Fury, or the 3-cost, 3 damage Unleash burn spell. And now if he kills our attachment in any way, or we draw a spell, our Analyst will transform. And then it's giving us +1 armor. Damn, we just need to hit a spell. The best thing they could do is just kill him. Let's go! That seems like an early concession, giving having 3 cards in hand and us being that low. Especially because he saw I wasn't ready to start attacking back yet. So if I top deck a Sigil there, I was just going to swing in for 2 damage with my Relic Weapon. So, kind of odd there, but really tight game. I played that much more conservatively than the last racing game that we ended up losing. Okay, we are 5-1 currently. Not keeping a hand that looks like that. Just 2 more wins, and we have 1 loss to give. I think we can be greedy here and just use this for the shadow instead of worrying about second time influence. No decisions here yet. Ooh, actually a turn 3 4-drop seems pretty nice. But Myrmidon is also nice. So lead off with a 4/4. Our deck is just so strong in the uncommon slot. It's like all of our units are so impactful. It's nobody wants a Justice. Wow, that is actually really surprising from our opponent. Do we even want to play Black Book just yet? No, I don't really see any reason to. We could have used the advantage to keep up Strength of the Many, but Oh, they're stuck on power. Ooh. Okay. That's why they just went into... Okay. They are not in a good way right now, that's for sure. Lead off a Tunnel Blockade. And actually, since we're pressuring them so much, let's just use our advantage for the Gleaming Crawler. Now we're applying maximum pressure while our opponent's on the back foot here. Although if they still didn't get it... I'm sorry, bro. Trust me, I know the pain.
No loitering.
That'll probably just be a concession. Well, it happens to the best of us. Okay, we are 6-1. There's no way, right? I'm gonna keep it. This is definitely on the lower end of hands, but probably just better than an average. Might not even be true, but we're actually really hoping to hit an advantage there to get a turn 3 Emerald Beetle. But we actually have tons of ways to fix for the time influence. Yeah, it's probably worth it. Force our opponent to immediately use removal on the Grumbo. Wow, this went from like we're unsure of how this is gonna go to we're really ahead. see what we get. Well, we milled them 2 cards closer to their sigil. Don't tell me they're also gonna be stuck on power. Oh my god. And this is basically just game with these 2 in hand. Jesus.
They're gone.
Rare, uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. Yeah, it's way too late. Because even... Yeah, we're going to flip them as soon as next
For those
turn.
who cannot.
It's just... Actually, we could just... Okay. God, this is going to be brutal. Like that. Get a double buff. Heirloom Blade. Rate there's probably a concession. They need like a board wipe. I actually probably overcommitted to the board, to be honest. Yeah, now we flip our analyst. Oh no, we should sure just take this. Yeah. Okay. Justice is pretty good. Like, all jokes aside, it seems like not many people are drafting it, because this is like the 3rd draft I've had where just Wrench and Forensic Analyst and all of this stuff is just coming around. But obviously Justice was like stupid open, and we just cherry picked the strongest time cards to fill in those holes. As you can see here, I mean, the time cards we're playing are Grumbo's Platoon, okay card, Insatiable Bug, Praxis Duster, Wormstone, okay card, Bren's Insight, mediocre, Dune Wave, okay card. So, like, we're just cherry picking the strongest cards from debatably the strongest faction. And then our influence requirement was just so good with double reprieve, Rift Crystal, and a Seek power. The bust out was just like a free splash, which I don't think, did we even play this? I don't even think we got to. Wow, really sick deck. Definitely be careful, like I did not in the loss. This format does seem to be slightly on the assertive side, but just make sure you have a way to finish off the end game if you do end up getting in a board stall. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope I'll catch you on the channel for more Eternal Draft content. Peace.